checks out. It's
Check, 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 check.
oh, okay, it works. Sweet. All right, we're good.
Check, check, 1, 2, check, check, check. Hey, Marilyn, just text me if you can hear this. Hello and welcome to beautiful Boone, North Carolina, where your High Point-Thomasville Hitoms are taking the trip up the mountains to take on the Boone Bigfoots. Hitoms have been red hot as of recent, taking their last 4 and 2 against the Asheboro Zookeepers, 1 before the All-Star break and 1 after, and then just yesterday sweeping the doubleheader from the top team in the West Division, the Forest City Owls. They took the first game 7-1 and the second game 8-2 behind some explosive offense and stellar pitching out of the Hitoms, not just the starters, but the bullpen as well. So we're getting ready to get underway here in Boone. We are on the campus of App State, and let me tell you, it is gorgeous, nestled in the Appalachian Mountains. The ball field is a turf diamond, something the Hitoms haven't played much on, as you know, historic Finch Field is an entirely grass and dirt diamond. Bigger ballpark, 400 feet out to center field, 330 down the right field line, 335 down the left field line, 385 in that left center power gap. So our current standings, the Hitoms are one game under 500 at 14-15 with a 483 win percentage. They're taking on the Boone Bigfoots, who are one game over 500 at 16-15. Boone Bigfoots are 3.5 games out of first place in the West Division, and the Hitoms are 4.5. In the last 10, the Bigfoots are at 500 with a 5-5 record, while the Hitoms look to remain hot with a 7-3 record. We're going to pause here for a second as they play our national anthem, and then we'll be right back with the starting lineups for the Bigfoots and the Hitoms. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to Boone, North Carolina, where your red-hot Hitoms are wearing their red uniforms, gray pants, and red stirrups with white socks. Navy caps with a red bill for them. Boone Bigfoots in all black with brown socks and green sleeves, a white shelled cap with black around the outer parts, and a green bill. So, let's go over our lineups for today. Leading things off for the Hitoms will be number 16 playing right field today, Trey Bentley. He'll be followed by Tate Sermons out in left field. Then it'll be Josh Folks, the first baseman. Followed by him is Noah Corliss, the designated hitter today. Next up will be J.J. Parsons, number 14. He's catching. Batting sixth will be Max Gustafson. He's playing shortstop. Then we'll have Max Perry playing third base, followed by the second baseman, Brandon Mooney. And then out in center field, batting ninth, or as I like to say, second leadoff, will be our one all-star, Yates Sykes. On the mound tonight for the Hitoms will be the high school graduate Thomas Hester, a UNCG signee, making his first appearance of his CPL career. Now, let's go ahead and set the defense here for the Boone Bigfoots. On the mound today, they have Miller. Behind the dish will be Young. From first to third, it goes Macon to Lucas. Shortstop is Basler, and third baseman is Beatty. From left to right, it'll be Holmes to Whitaker to Gardner, and that rounds out the Bigfoots defense. We'll go over their lineup and our defense one more time in the bottom of the first as we get set to get things underway here. Miller ready to deliver his first to Bentley. That one misses high, so ball one. Next offering is in there. Just misses outside. So 2-0, quick count work for Bentley. He's shown really good discipline over this last stretch of games, working a couple key walks and scoring a decent amount of runs, especially in that doubleheader yesterday. The 2-0, that one's going to miss inside, almost got a piece of him. So 3-0 quickly, you got to be thinking Bentley's taking all the way. He'll be followed by Sermons waiting on deck. .30 pitch finds the strike zone, so that'll be the first strike of the game. Bentley again, taking all the way there, looking for a hitter's pitch. Fastball somewhere around the inside middle part of that plate. Fights this one off. It's going to bloop over, and Beatty is going to make the catch, and that'll be the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up to the plate the left fielder today, number 3, Tate Sermons. So it takes 5 pitches there from Miller to retire Bentley, the leadoff man today for the Hitoms. His first offering to Sermons misses inside, so that'll be 1-0. He's working behind in both batters so far today. It's still early, though. Next pitch also misses inside, so that'll be 2-0 quickly to Sermons. Miller likely just needs to regroup here. He's working from the windup. Quick to the plate. Misses high, so another 3-0 count. Again, Sermons taking all the way here. It's early in the game. Folks waiting on deck for the Hitoms. He's been on fire as of recent. Next pitch is in there. That'll be strike 1. Sermons in the last week is batting .500. This one's hit on the ground, and that'll get through the 5-6 gap. That'll be corralled out in left field by Holmes, and Sermons has a 1-out base knock for the Hitoms. So now stepping to the plate will be the first baseman today, number 24, Josh Folks. Folks is hitting .600 over his last 2 games played. He's got 3 hits, 3 runs, 4 RBIs, and those all came off a grand slam he hit in the first game of yesterday's doubleheader. Checks on the runner over at first base. Sermon's easily back in there. So Miller's thrown 10 pitches so far. 4 strikes to 6 balls. Sermons takes off, throw over to second, not in time. Sermons is going to take off as the ball squirts into the outfield. Sermons easily over to third base, and now the Hitoms are threatening early here with a good bat at the dish. So 1-0 count now to Folks as that pitch missed. Hitoms. Sermons got a base hit on a 3-1 count, squirted one between the shortstop and third baseman, and now has stolen second base. Throw got in the outfield, and he ran all the way over to third. Cut on and missed there by Folks, so that'll even it up at 1 apiece. Charlie Miller, the pitcher today, is out of Missouri. His next offering, outside 2-1. So far this year for the Bigfoots, he's pitched in 2 games, started one of them, has only pitched 3 innings so far. He's given up 5 hits, 6 earned runs, and that'll be good for an 18.00 ERA. As that one's cut on and missed again by Josh Folks. Took a big hack at that one, trying to drive in that run. His opponents are batting .357 against him. He's only allowed 2 walks to 4 strikeouts. He's got Folks in a good spot here with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Misses outside. Folks able to check his swing. So that'll make it a full count. And Miller's 15 pitches in through 3 batters with only 1 out. Again, Sermon stands over at third base. Corliss waiting on deck for the Hitoms. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled off by Folks. Infield's at normal depth here. Folks steps back into the box, gets ready to see Miller's second full count offering. Kicks and deals. Fought off foul again by Folks. He's working a real good at bat here. Corliss scoops that one up. Sermons takes a small walking lead over from third base. Miller kicks, deals. Folks fights another one off. That'll be fourth full count pitch coming. So this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Great work here by Folks. Again, Corliss waiting on deck. He's got a real good bat. Here's a 3-2. This one's popped in the air over towards shortstop. Looks like Basler is going to creep in and put the squeeze on that, and that'll be the second out of the inning. As Corliss now comes to the plate for the Hitoms with Tate Sermons over at third base, looking to score that go-ahead run early. Corliss, out of Western Carolina, comes from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He went to Reagan High School, played all 4 years there. Here's the pitch. Misses again. So for the fourth straight batter, Charlie Miller is going to be working from behind. Again, his catcher today is Michael Young. The pair are from Missouri. Corliss had a big 2 RBI double in the last game to put the Hitoms up early. Looking to do something here. Next pitch falls in there for strike one. It'll be a 1-1 count with 2 down in the inning. Tate Sermons again waits over at third base. Miller comes set. Holds the ball for a while. Kicks, deals. In there again, so back-to-back called strikes against Corliss, and that'll make it a 1-2 count. Miller in a good spot here, likely going to waste one here. Probably looking for a breaking ball somewhere low in the zone as he comes set, kicks, delivers. Corliss smacks this one into the gap. That's going to score Sermons. Hitoms going to take an early 1-0 lead off a Noah Corliss single into the gap. He got that breaking ball, and he was able to turn on it and put it exactly where he needed to. So that will be an unearned run charged against Charlie Miller. Hitoms now have a 1-0 lead, and that'll bring to the plate the catcher today for the Hitoms, J.J. Parsons. Again, Hitoms in their red unis with gray pants, red piping stripe down the leg with red stirrups and navy caps. As Parsons, number 14, stands out. That one misses high, so 1-0 to Parsons. Parsons, over the last 3 games he's played, is batting .375, no RBIs with a double and 3 hits. Next pitch is in there for a strike. So 1-1 count, but the Hitoms have already played at a run this inning. Corliss stands over at first base, small lead, likely not going anywhere. As Miller comes set, kicks, delivers. That one misses low, so that'll be ball 2. Miller's certainly gone up in his pitch count thus far. He's at 26 pitches through 2/3 of an inning. He's only faced 4 batters, 10 of those again, coming off of Josh Folks at bat. This ball's fouled down the right field line, curling out of play. So I'll even it up at 2-2 with 2 down in the inning and a runner at first base. Miller looks over at Corliss, bounces a little on the rubber, now comes set, kicks and delivers. That one misses high and inside, so full count again. Hitoms really working up his pitch count. Let's see if Parsons can fight off a couple to stay alive. 3-2. He's looking for something near the middle of the zone. Corliss, big lead. No one's holding him on. As Miller steps off to hold him, and it's a balk charge to Miller, so Corliss able to take second base as he jump moved, but nobody was there for the throw. So off that balk, that moves Corliss into scoring position with a 3-2 count now to Parsons. Miller checks over, comes set, delivers. Parsons hits this one on the ground, but it's going to dribble foul. So Hitoms, early lead. They're up 1-0. 2 hits coming off the bat of Tate Sermons, who then stole second base. Throw squirted into the outfield, and he got to third, and Corliss knocked him in with a single of his own. Another 3-2 pitch to Parsons. This ball's hit in the air over towards shallow right field. Second baseman called off by the right fielder there, Gardner. He's going to put the squeeze on the final out of the inning. Not before the Hitoms. Plate one here as we get set to head into the bottom of the first. We'll be right back with some action, and our new pitcher, Thomas Hester, will be making his CPL and Hitoms debut. Look forward to that. We'll be right back with you. Back here in Boone, North Carolina, if you're just joining us, Hitoms plated one early in the first inning off of a Noah Corliss RBI single into the gap. Thomas Hester now on the mound for the Hitoms. His first offering just misses low. That'll be ball one. Hester is a recent high school graduate this year at West Davidson. He had a 1.12 ERA, 7-1 record. His second offering misses low. He started 5 games, had 1 complete game, struck out 105 batters to only 22 walks in 56 and a third innings of work. So 3 straight balls here to get things started. This is Hester's first time in my awareness of facing college batters. 3-0 finds the strike zone, so that'll be strike one. He's got really good movement on his fastball. He throws a cutter, a slider, a curveball, and a changeup, which, when he has it working, is one of the hardest pitches to hit. That ball's turned on hard down the third baseline. So full count now with Michael Young at the dish. Michael Young is the catcher out of Missouri. So 3-2. Hester kicks, delivers, misses just outside, so that'll be a 6-pitch walk. And that'll give the Bigfoots a leadoff base runner. So not the start you're exactly looking for. That'll bring to the plate for the Bigfoots Peyton Basler. He's playing shortstop today, also out of Missouri. The defense for the Hitoms behind the dish is Parsons. On the mound is Thomas Hester. At third base is Max Perry. Shortstop is Gustafson. Second base is Brandon Mooney. First base, Josh Folks. Hester kicks, delivers the first pitch. In there, strike one. From left to right, the outfield goes Sermon, Sykes in center, Bentley in right field. Michael Young takes a small lead off of first base. Hester comes set. Big leg kick, fires, misses outside. Hester kicks, deals. That ball's hit well out towards left field. Sermon's coming in. It's going to fall in front of him as he lost the ball for a second and would appear. And that'll be a base hit, and then it'll move over Young to second base. So Bigfoot's first two base runners reach. First base hit of the day. So now batting for the Bigfoots is from St. Louis University, Chase Beatty. He's at third base today for them. So first and second now as Hester comes set, looks back over at Young at second base, kicks, delivers outside. He looks just a little bit stuck out there on the mound. His arms kind of lagging behind him as his front side's flying wide open. Takes a long look in there, looking back at Young. Mooney creeps in, now goes back, kicks, delivers. That one's in there for strike one, so 1-1 count. Again, Chase Beatty at the dish now for the Bigfoots. Hester comes set, picks up, moves to the plate. That ball squared up hard down the line. That's going to get into the corner. Young's going to come around and score. Basler is going to be held at third base as the throw gets by and will go to home plate. So Bigfoots have tied it up here off an RBI double by Chase Beatty. And that'll bring to the plate Davin Whitaker, the center fielder today. He goes to ECU and is out of Davie County High School. So Bigfoots, no one out. Early trouble here for the Hitoms as the Bigfoots have two in scoring position and have tied the game up. Whitaker inherits a good spot here with runners on second and third. First pitch is hit up the middle. Is that going to get through? Yes, it is. So that's going to plate 2 runs, and the Bigfoots have taken a 3-1 lead as Sykes misplays the ball in the outfield, and Whitaker goes into second. He's going to be safe as the throw was dropped by Gustafson. Gustafson. So still nobody out, and the Bigfoots have scored 3 as Hester's in a bit of a pickle here early. First pitch is in there to Tyler Macon. He's playing first base, also out of Missouri. Hester comes set, kicks, and deals. Misses outside now. He seems to be a little bit rattled. He's given up 3 hits so far. Hester misses again, so 3-0 count. He looks a little bit rattled. No one up in the Hitoms bullpen. I think they're going to stick with him for a while. My understanding is the Hitoms brought 16 players to today's game. Whitaker stands over at second. Hester delivers. That one's right down the middle, so that'll be a 3-1 count now. Hester looks in and gets the sign from Parsons behind the dish. Gives a little peek back towards Whitaker. Picks it up, delivers. Just misses, so that'll be a 5-pitch walk there issued to Macon. And now Bigfoots have first and second. Little surprise, no one has gone out to talk to Hester as he's thrown 17 pitches and hasn't recorded an out yet. This was someone I was rather high on as his projectability looked incredible. We saw him pitch earlier this year in a high school all-stars game where he was completely dominant. Misses outside there. Again, his front side appears to be flying wide open. Looks a little stuck on the mound. At the dish is now Bradley Garner. He's from VMI, playing right field today. First and second for the Bigfoots as Hester comes set, gets ready to deliver the 1-0. Misses outside again. Parsons is going to take a second and talk to Hester here. We're going to take a quick pause. We'll be right back. So Hester now on a 3-0 count. Misses outside, so another walk issued by Hester as Noah Anderson in the dugout looks a little frustrated. Think he's going to go out and talk to his young pitcher. Again, he's only 17 years old and just graduated high school as the Bigfoots have the bases loaded with Blaine Lucas coming up to the dish. Again, we're just going to take a quick pause here as we get through this. We'll be right back. Currently, our score is Hitoms 1, Bigfoots 3. 3 hits for the Bigfoots, 2 for the Hitoms, 1 error committed by each side. Take a quick pause and we'll be right back. Back in Boone, Hester has worked himself into a little bit of trouble here, giving up 3 runs early. First pitch there misses low for ball 1. So currently the Bigfoots have the bases loaded with Garner at first, Macon at second, and Whitaker at third. Hester's next offering. That one finds the corner, so that'll be 1-1. Looking for him to settle in here. Again, Anderson talked about how that one's cut on a miss, big swing and a miss. Anderson talked about how Hester sometimes struggles to get through the first inning, but once he gets through it, It's really hard to get anything more across from him. So let's see if he can hold him to something. That one scoots away from Parsons, going to get to the backstop. Big backstop here at App State as Macon takes a big turnaround third but decides to retreat, and Whitaker is going to score there on the wild pitch. So now 4-1, Bigfoots on top. Here's the pitch. That one misses inside, so that's another full count for Hester. He's thrown 26 pitches, hasn't recorded an out while giving up 4 runs, 3 of them on hits. She kicks and delivers here. That one just misses the inside corner, so another walk will reload the bases as Samuel Weinstein from App State is going to step into the box to face Hester for the first time. Hester going to go back to the windup, it would appear. So he delivers this pitch. That one outside again, so another ball. Hester's thrown 28 pitches so far, 18 of them for balls. That one's cut on and missed as he's starting to find his groove a little, it feels like. Again, the Bigfoots have had more of a patient approach. Hester's issued a decent amount of walks early. That pitch just misses the outside corner. So, 2-1 now. Weinstein is playing designated hitter today. He's the 8-hole hitter. That one almost gets away from Parsons. Good athletic move there behind the dish to keep it in front of him and prevent another run. But that'll make it a 3-1 count now for Weinstein. Here's the pitch. Cut on and miss, so 3-2 now. Needs to find something here and try and get his first out. You have the corners in. Folks moved in onto that first base cutout. Here's the 3-2. Misses outside, and Hester has now walked in a run as the Hitoms do have some action moving in that bullpen. Looks like they've got a right-handed pitcher getting loose. It is now 5-1 Bigfoots that they have batted around without recording an out. And now it'll be Miles Holmes stepping into the box. He's playing left field today. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside. So Hester working from the windup seems a little rattled. Here's the pitch. That one's hit out in the air towards Sykes and center. He's coming in hard, going to squeeze it. Runner from third, Gardner, is going to head home. Throw in, not in time, so that'll be a 6th run, but Hester gets his first out of the inning. So now it'll be first and second for the Bigfoots, and back up for the top of the order is Michael Young. His first time up, he walked. At first base is Weinstein, and then at second is Lucas. Hitoms defense in double play depth as Lucas takes off for third and caught everyone watching as he gets there easily with a stand-up stolen base. So first and third now for the Bigfoots. So he picks off to first base. Lucas thought about going home, retreats back up the line. Still a 1-0 count to Michael Young at the dish. Again, he walked his first time up, looking to put something in play here. Here's the pitch. That one misses way outside. So 2-0. Parsons having to do a good bit of work behind the dish. Hester just can't seem to find the strike zone. Again, Bigfoots have plated 5 this inning. It's currently 5-1. They only have 3 hits, though. A lot of free passes coming through. That one just misses the zone, so 3-0 now. So 3-0 now to Young. Again, first and third. Hester kicks, deals, cut on and miss. He was swinging on the 3-0 there. Outfield a little deeper. No shift towards either line. Next pitch misses low for ball 4, and again, the bases will be loaded for the Bigfoots. So Anderson heading out to the mound. Looks out towards the bullpen. He is going to make the call for the righty. We'll get a number on that in just a second. So stepping aside for a pitching change, there's only one out in the bottom of the first. Bases loaded for the Bigfoots with Peyton Basler stepping up to the plate. Our score is currently Hitoms 1, Bigfoots 5. So back here, our current score is Bigfoots 5, Hitoms 1 in the bottom of the first. The bases are loaded. Young at first, Weinstein at second, Lucas at third. John Lobbs is going to take over duties on the mound for Thomas Hester, who had a rough first outing, his first time facing any college batters. As Lobbs' first pitch misses high for ball 1. Lobbs is a righty who can get up to about 93. See if that has any effect. A different look than Hester, that's for sure. Next pitch there misses outside, so quick 2-0 count. You don't want to give any more free runs up. You're already down 6-1. Infield back outside of the third baseman, Perry, who's playing even with the bag. Lobbs' next pitch is fouled off and out of play. So 2-1 count. Again, only one out, looking for some sort of double play to get out of this inning. Lobbs comes set, kicks and delivers. Misses that outside corner. So 3-1 to Basler. So Lobbs again kicks and delivers that 3-1. That's hit on a line out towards left field. In comes Sermons. He makes a sliding catch, fires it home. Throw not in time as Lucas is able to score. Young and Weinstein will stay home at first and second respectfully. And that'll be 7-1 now. Bigfoots over the Hitoms. So now, number 18, Chase Beatty is going to step into the box for the Bigfoots. He's still got runners at first and second. 2 down now as 2 sack flies have worked well. Again, they only have 3 hits, yet 7 runs, a lot of free passes. As Lobs works in his first breaking ball, and that'll fall off the front hip of Beatty at the dish. So, Lobs kicks, delivers. This one's cut on and missed. Quick 0-2 count now. Need Lobs to be able to go a decent amount of innings here if the Hitoms want any sort of chance in this game today. Lobs comes set, kicks, delivers, misses low, so 1-2 now. He has one more waste pitch he could use. Likely thinking about that breaking ball again, but knowing Lobs, he likes to speed the batter up, so we might try this elevated fastball. Lobs gets a sign, looks back at Weinstein at second, turns and delivers, fought off foul. Little pause in the action here as we collect that foul ball. So again, Bigfoot's up 7-1 over the Hitoms, and we're still in the bottom of the first. 1-2 pitch. Popped foul, and that'll go out of play over the netting behind the dish. Remains 1-2. Lobs has thrown 10 pitches so far. Recorded 1 out, and the run will be charged to Hester. Hester only threw 40 pitches, but walked 6 batters. All 7 of the runs were earned. Lobs kicks, fires, misses inside, squirts away from Parsons, but he's able to corral it to hold Weinstein at second base and Young at first. So still first and second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lobs looks in and gets the sign. Turns to face the batter. Checks back at Weinstein at second. Kicks, delivers. Misses again, so a full count. Now to Beatty at the plate. Beatty is 1 for 1 today. He has an RBI double down the left field line. So, full count pitch coming. Runners take off. That one's hit hard out into the gap. Sermons corrals it. Throw home. Not in time as Weinstein is able to score, and Young has himself another RBI double, and that'll make the score 8-1 Bigfoots. So a single, and the runner's able to advance one more base. So Davin Whitaker now steps into the box. These two have faced each other back in high school, Lobs and Whitaker. Here's the pitch. Misses low for ball 1. Lobs kicks, delivers. Did he go? No, he did not. So 2-0 now to Whitaker at the dish. Again, Lobs, a Reagan High School graduate. He's currently at Western Carolina. And Davin Whitaker, a Davie County High School graduate. And he's at East Carolina as the 2-0 is cut on and missed for strike 1. So 8-1 Bigfoots. Lobs comes set. Deals. That one goes over Parsons behind the dish, and Young able to come home as Lobs was lapsdaisical heading towards the plate. Parsons got it off a good bounce off of the backstop, but Lobs was not at home covering. So So that'll move Beatty over to third base. Next pitch is in there, so 2-2 the count. 3-2. 3-2 with 2 outs. Beatty over at third base. Whitaker at the dish. Lobs, kicks, delivers. Hit on a line out towards left field. That's going to get down and into the corner. Whitaker hustling around first. Ball is fumbled out in the outfield, and he'll have a stand-up double, and that'll make it 10-1 Bigfoots here in the first inning. So Macon now steps up in the box to face Lobs for the first time. He's the 5-hole hitter today. He walked his first time up. Whitaker over at second base after knocking in another run, and our score is 10-1. As Lobs' first pitch finds the zone. Next pitch hits that outside corner, so 0-2 quickly to Macon. Whitaker stands at second base. Lobs trying to work out of this inning. He looks in and gets the sign. Now comes set. Peeks back. Turns, faces the batter, delivers. Hit on the ground over towards the shortstop, Gustafson. That's thrown over to first. Not in time, as Macon's able to leg that one out for an infield single, and that'll be first and third with 2 down in the inning. So Bradley Garner now steps into the box. He's out of VMI. His first time up, he also walked, as did 6 of the first 9 hitters. So 10-1 quickly here in Boone. Lobs comes set. Delivers. Fought off foul. Lobs ahead for the second batter now, 0-1. Still feels like we've reverted back a little, as the Hitoms have taken 4 straight from the top 2 teams in the division and now have fallen behind 10-1 in the first inning. Still looking for that last out. Fought off foul again. So Lobs now has Garner at 0-2. Macon stands over at first base. Whitaker at third. Both of them getting hits their last time up. Currently, the Bigfoots have 6 hits, yet 10 runs. They've been issued 7 free passes. Next pitch in there. That'll be a called strike 3, and the inning is over, but not before the Bigfoots are able to plate 10 runs. And heading into the top of the second inning, our score is Hitoms 1, Bigfoots 10. We'll be back here with some more action in Boone, North Carolina. Back in Boone, if you're just joining us, our Current score is Bigfoots 10, Hitoms 1. Next offering misses. So 1-1 count now with Gustafsson making his first at-bat of the game. They've got a lot of work to do if they want to make this interesting. Again, 10 runs plated in the first inning as Gustafsson fouls this one off. That'll make it 1-2. 10 runs plated in the first inning by the Bigfoots, only off 6 hits. They were walked 6 times, all of those coming against Thomas Hester, who made his debut today. Next one's hit up the middle. Is it going to squirt through? No. Oh, off the glove of the second baseman, Blaine Lucas. So Gustafsson will reach as a leadoff base runner for the Hitoms. And that'll be an error charged to the second baseman, Lucas. So the Hitoms did a good job in the first inning of working up Miller's pitch count. However, only able to score 1, with Max Perry now stepping in the box, the right-hander, to face Charlie Miller for his second inning of work. Gustafsson takes a slight lead off of first base. First offering misses upstairs for ball 1. Perry's had himself a good last few games, knocking in a couple of runs just a few nights ago and tallying a couple hits. Looks like Miller's going to check on Gustafsson over at first base as the throwback bounces, but Miller able to corral it. Again, 10 runs in the first inning, only off 6 hits. 1 error committed by each side, 2 now, though I believe the official scorekeeper may have called it a base hit. Next offering is fouled off, so 1-1. Hitoms are going to need to be some sort of aggressive here. That's for certain. Down 9 runs, but again, you have 8 innings to try and plate those. And they've been known to have a big inning or two, especially these last few days. So again, Miller's going to check on Gustafsson at first. He's going to get back in there safely. See the infield shifted. Blaine Lucas is at second base, a little close to the bag in case of a steal. Next offering fouled off again off the hands of Perry. Basler has moved over more to double play depth, and B over at third base is shading the line just a touch more. Holmes over in the left field also has moved over to try and cover that line, but the center fielder remains at normal depth. Next offering is hit out towards left field. That ball's headed back, and it's going to get over the wall, so that'll be a 2-run homer for Max Perry, making it a 7-1 ball game, 7-run ball game, 10-3 now. Perry gets a big fly off his bat. So no outs in the inning, and that'll bring to the plate Brandon Mooney, the second baseman for the Hitoms today. So a little bit of excitement here early. We've had 13 runs scored in the ballgame, and we haven't got a single out in the second inning. Again, 10 of those belong to the Bigfoots. First pitch into Mooney, misses high. It'll be ball 1. Miller moves from the windup, delivers. That one misses high again, so 2-0. Hitoms looking for any sort of base runners here. Need to plate as many as possible to keep this game interesting. Sykes waiting on deck. He's been a solid hitter for the Hitoms this year. Next pitch is hit out into right field. It looks like Gardner's going to come in. He's going to put the squeeze on that one, and that'll be the first out as Mooney is retired on a fly ball to right field. So, again, down 7 runs, 10-3. So, Sykes stepping into the box. He was the only all-star from the Hitoms as they struggled in the first half of the season, but have turned it around recently until this last inning. Miller's first pitch is hit on the ground over towards the first baseman, Macon. He's just going to take it himself and make the 3 unassisted out. So we're going to go back to the top of the lineup now as Trey Bentley comes up. He's popped out to the third baseman, Beatty, his first time up. Looking to get on base here. He's got good bats behind him, with Sermons waiting on deck and Folks in the hole. First offering to Bentley misses outside from Miller. Miller's thrown 44 pitches through 1 2/3. He's given up 2 earned runs. That one's hit up the middle for a base hit for Bentley, as Whitaker will come up and corral that one. Takes a small turn around first base and will head back to the bag. Good piece of hitting there. Found his pitch. Drove it right back up the middle over the mound. Miller had to jump to get out of the way. So the Ole Miss Rebel, Tate Sermons, now stepping into the box. As Bentley takes a decent lead over at first base. Miller kicks, fires. Sermons watches that one for ball 1. 1-0 count. He's going to work ahead here. Hitoms need to make something happen, as Bentley scoots just a little farther this time off of first base, being held on by Macon. Miller comes set, kicks and fires. Sermons fouls this one off, dribbles it down into the Bigfoot dugout. Everyone's going to take a pause here and reset. 3 hits for the Hitoms, 6 for the Bigfoots. Again, our score is 10-3 currently, with Bentley over at first base and Sermons at the dish. Miller working from the stretch, That one misses, so 2-1 now. 2 down in the inning. Sermons is only batting .244 this year. So that next pitch is on the outside corner. That'll be strike 1. So 50-50 call there. Umpire got it right. It is touching a piece of the plate. Sermons has 2 home runs this year, 6 RBIs. Hits this one on the ground over towards the shortstop, Basler. He's going to fire it over to first, not in time as the ball jumps away from the first baseman. Bentley hustles over to third, and he'll be in there sliding safely. So first and third now for the Hitoms, with Josh Folks, a good bat, coming up to the dish. So that ball got under the diving third baseman's glove. Basler comes in behind him, scoops it up, throws it over to first, unable to be dug out by Macon, scoots away, and Bentley runs over with some heads-up base running to get to third. So Josh Folks at the dish. He homered yesterday in the first of 2 games with a big grand slam. He showed some good power during BP today. Let's hope he can get his bat working. Watches that first offering from Miller outside. Folks is sitting at 300 on the year. Takes a big cut there and fouls it back into the screen. He's got 18 hits on the year, 3 home runs, and 12 RBIs. He's got a 7 walk to 17 strikeout ratio. As Miller comes set. Sermons takes off, throw over to second, not in time. Coming home is Bentley. Bentley slides in, ball is dropped, and that's going to be another run for the Hitoms. So Sermon's credited with a stolen base. Great job by him as Bentley is able to come in and score. And now it's a 4-run ball game, 10-4. Bigfoot's on top. Getting just a little bit more interesting as Folks still in the box. Hits this one out towards center field. Whitaker hustles in. He's going to make the can of corn catch, and that'll retire the inning. Hitoms able to plate 3 here. Still, our score is Bigfoot's 10, Hitoms 4. We'll be right back here in Boone, North Carolina. back in Boone. If you're just joining us, it's now 10-4. Gavin Hernandez is going to take over duties from John Lobbs as the first ball is dribbled over by Blaine Lucas to Josh Folks, who will touch the bag for a 3 unassisted to record the first out of the inning. John Lobbs, during warm-ups, appeared to have tweaked something in his lower half, so he walked off the mound. But 1 pitch, 1 out for Gavin Hernandez, and now Samuel Weinstein is going to step into the box for the Bigfoots. Again, they have a 6-run cushion. We've played a little over 1.5 innings of ball here, and we're more than an hour into this game, so this could be a long night, folks. Hernandez's first pitch is cut on and missed. He comes set. He's going to work from the stretch the whole time. This ball's hit out into shallow center field. Sykes hustling in. It's going to fall right in front of him. No one covering second base, but wisely Hernandez runs up in time. No advance by Weinstein, and that'll be a 1-out base knock, and the Bigfoots have a runner on first. Miles Holmes now toes in the box for the Bigfoots. Again, runner at first is Weinstein. Hernandez now on the mound for the Hitoms. Got the first out on a little ground ball rollover to Folks, who tapped the bag unassisted. Then came up Samuel Weinstein, who hit a fly ball out into shallow center field that dropped right in front of Sykes. No play. So he has a single. Second offering misses, so 1-1 the count now. This could be a long night of baseball. Hitoms trying to make this one interesting. They played 3 last inning. Max Perry hit a 2-run homer. Next pitch, hit on the ground over toward the shortstop. Gustafson, it's going to get by him into the gap and corralled in left field by Sermons. So first and second now as Holmes has himself a single. So now stepping into the box, Mike Young from South Alabama for the Bigfoots. He's the leadoff hitter. He's walked both times he's been up to the dish, but Gavin Hernandez has thrown a considerable amount of strikes thus far. First pitch is going to miss inside. Bigfoot's trying to rally some fans here. They do have a big cushion. Good crowd here today. Hernandez comes set, looks back at Weinstein, fires in. This ball's hit in the air out towards right field, right towards Bentley. Bentley gets behind it. No attempt to advance at third by Weinstein, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. So Peyton Basler now steps into the box. He singled his first time up on a fly ball out towards left field that fell right in front of Sermons. We've seen 2 of those today that were kind of in a in-between distance where you could maybe make a play or you could take the safe route and let it fall. So Hernandez looks in and gets the sign. First and second for the Bigfoots in a 10-4 ball game. Delivers the first pitch. That's low for ball 1. Hernandez comes set again. Basler gets ready to receive his 1-0 offering. This ball's hit well out towards right field. Out towards Bentley is going to get under it, though, and put the squeeze on it. That'll be a shutout inning for Gavin Hernandez. So our score through 2 is Bigfoots 10, Hitoms 4. Stay tuned. We maybe have a ball game coming. So Noah Corliss is going to step in for his second at-bat of the game. Hitoms trail 10-4 against the Bigfoots. First offering in there from Miller misses high. Corliss had an RBI single. He hit it up the gap in between the third baseman and shortstop and knocked in Sermons for the first run of the ball game. Second pitch finds the outside part of the plate. Corliss, good bat-to-ball skills. He doesn't strike out much, and he has good discipline at the plate. Cuts on there. It'll be fouled away. So 1-2 now quickly to Corliss as the Bigfoots look to have their own shutout inning. Again, if you're just joining us, the Bigfoots plated 10 runs in the first inning, 6 of them coming from free passes. Miller delivers. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Corliss goes down on 4 pitches, and that'll bring up... That'll bring up the catcher, J.J. Parsons. He's 0 for 1 today. He popped out to shallow right field. The charging Gardner made a nice grab to retire him. Ended the first inning. So Miller, working from the windup, kicks and delivers. That one hits the inside corner. Beautiful front door breaking ball there. Again, we are here in Boone, North Carolina on the campus of App State as the second pitch is popped foul and out of play. 0-2 now to Parsons. It's a ball field nestled in the mountains. It is surrounded by trees and hills rolling all the way into the stadium. A couple wind turbines on the home plate side. 0-2. Dribbled foul again. Good fight there by Parsons to stay alive. Doing some construction around the area. App State has had some solid baseball teams in the past. Made the regionals 4 times. It's the Bigfoots. Lead the Hitoms 10-4. Parsons fouls off another pitch there. He's going to go into his 5th pitch of the at-bat. In the first inning, in the bottom of the first, to be more precise, Hester just graduated high school, made his debut, walked 6 batters, and gave up a good amount of runs as Parsons flies this one out into shallow left center. That's going to get down for a hit as Whitaker corrals it, and Parsons has a 1-out base knock for the Hitoms. Hitoms 3 straight innings with someone reaching base. So that'll bring up to the plate the shortstop, Max Gustafson. He's going to UNC Charlotte. Miller checks on Parsons over at first base. Miller's thrown 63 pitches through 2 1/3. He hasn't walked anybody and struck out 1 batter. He's allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned. His first pitch is a strike to Gustafson. Parsons a small lead over at first base. Miller checks on him anyway. Cloud cover starting to creep in from center field, moving over the field. Pitch. This one's flied out down the left field line, curling foul out of play onto the... Excuse me, I'm not sure what the building is. So, 0-2 now. It's Gustafson in the box. Here's Miller's pitch. Misses high for ball 1. So, 1-2 they count now. Again, Parsons had a 1-out base knock. Been here for an hour and 15 minutes of game time, and we've played 3 1/3 of baseball. Here's the pitch. Gustafson hits a weak dribbler out towards the pitcher's mound. The third baseman, Beatty, is going to get over there, and Gustafson legs it out for an infield single. So Hitoms have first and second now. And that'll bring to the plate Max Perry, who homered his first time up. Hit a 2-run shot over that left field wall. Just got out of the ballpark, but able to circle the bases. So Gustafsson hit a weak dribbler that managed to get him to first and move Parsons over to second. So 2 hits in the inning. First offering from Miller misses high. He's worked on his 68th pitch thus far. He's through 2 1/3. Again, first and second for the Hitoms. 10-4 ball game. Again, Bigfoots plated 10 in the first inning. Second offering misses inside. So 2-0 now to Perry, who has shown some real promise at the plate. And we noticed the left side of the infield for the Hitoms defensively had struggled a most part throughout the season, but have cleaned it up substantially. Stumbling over my words. Over the last few games. Again, just yesterday, they swept a doubleheader against the Forest City Owls as Miller's third pitch of the at-bat finds the zone for strike 1. Again, Hitoms trailing by 6. It's Miller. Looks in for the sign. Comes set. Peeks back over at Parsons. Kicks and delivers. Breaking ball. Finds the zone, so that'll make it a 2-2 count. 1 out in the inning, first and second for the Hitoms. Perry looking for a pitch somewhere close to that outside part of the zone. Going to hopefully try and put it in that big gap over between first and second as Lucas over at second base is holding on the runner. But Macon has shifted a little bit off of the bag at first. Hits this one up the middle towards Basler. Basler's going to flip it over. Throw to first is not in time, so that'll be a fielder's choice. But Parsons able to move over to third base, and first and third again for the Hitoms coming up. So, Brandon Mooney, the second baseman today for the Hitoms, will step into the box. He flew out to right field last time up to the dish, facing Miller for the second time. Miller, 72 pitches through 2 2/3. Flies this one down the left field line, curling out of play foul. Hitoms looking to put something on the board here. As Miller comes set, deals inside for ball 1, so 1-1 count, 2 down in the inning. Perry at first, Parsons over at third. 2 hits in the inning for the Hitoms thus far. Mooney flies this one out into left field. And Holmes is able to corral it right on the foul line. So that'll be the third out and retire the Hitoms. And they do not plate any runs, but get 2 hits and strand first and third. So heading into the bottom of the third inning, our score is Hitoms 4, Bigfoots 10. We'll be back with some more baseball. So, back here for the bottom of the third in Boone, North Carolina. Bigfoots currently leading the Hitoms 10-4. Gavin Hernandez out for another inning of work, looking for some big innings out of him. His first offering misses inside to Beatty, who is 2 for 2 today. He doubled to left field and then singled his following at-bat, advanced to second on the throw. Hernandez kicks and delivers. Misses low there for ball 2. Hitoms have gone through, this is their third pitcher of the game. We're in the third inning, Hester couldn't get out of the first as the next offering misses high for ball 3. Lobbs then came in, gave up a few more runs, and then when he was warming up for the second inning, tweaked something in his lower half and had to exit. Hernandez, 4-pitch walk now to Beatty. So Davin Whitaker now is going to step into the box. Hernandez last inning threw a good amount of strikes, gave up 1 base hit, but no runs. Whitaker is 2 for 2 today. His first time up, singled up to center field and then doubled down the left field line his previous at-bat. He's looking to continue his hot streak here with Beatty over at first. First pitch misses low, but Parsons able to corral it behind the dish. Hernandez delivers, misses low and in this time. 6 straight balls to start the inning for him. Seems a little out of the ordinary. Again, Beatty over at first base. He's taking a decent lead. Wouldn't be surprised if he took off here pretty soon. This one a little smaller. Hernandez kicks and delivers. This one's flied foul down the left field line. Out of play. 2-1 now. First strike of the inning thrown by Hernandez. He's thrown 17 pitches so far through 1 inning pitch, hasn't recorded an out this inning, only faced 1 batter, currently working on his second. Again, Beatty reached on a 4-pitch walk. Here's the 2-1. Cut on and missed, going to Parsons' glove on the foul tip. So 2-2 now. He's looking for some weak contact towards that middle infield to maybe get a double play and smooth things over, feel a little more comfortable out there on the mound. Comes set for the 2-2 offering. Here it is. Flied out to center field. Sykes hustling back. It's going to get over his head and bounce up for a ground rule double. So Whitaker stays hot with his second double of the game. Good piece of hitting there. Hernandez left a softball over the middle, and Whitaker does his job and flies it over the head of Sykes out in center field, who's been playing a little more shallow after getting beat by a soft fly ball hit earlier in the game. So Tyler Macon now going to step up into the box. He's 1 for 1 today. He walked his first time up and had an infield single to the shortstop, Gustafson. Hernandez's first pitch to him in there for strike 1. Again, a little bit of trouble here as the Bigfoots threatening again with runners on second and third. Whitaker standing at second, Beatty at third. Hernandez comes set, kicks, delivers. Misses that outside part of the plate. That'll be 1-1 now. Still nobody out in the inning. Hernandez fires it in there. Misses again, so 2-1. Not getting as many swings as he did in the previous inning. only seen 2 cuts taken, both of them being by Whitaker. Previous inning, he got 1 pitch, 1 out to start things off. Next pitch misses low, so that'll be a 3-1 count. Next offering misses upstairs. Ball 4, bases now loaded. Again, Hitoms need Hernandez to settle back in. They have maybe 2 more true pitchers in the bullpen, as it looks like they're signaling to get a lefty up and moving around. So now the VMI student, Bradley Gardner, is going to step into the box 0 for 1 today. Like a lot of the Bigfoots, walked his first time up, and then he struck out looking his last trip to the plate. Hernandez stays from the stretch rather than the windup. Throws his first pitch low in there for a ball. Struggling to find the zone seems to be the story that Hitoms pitching struggled with earlier in the year. They need to keep this defense engaged to limit the mistakes. Next offering misses high, ball 2. So 2 quick balls. Hernandez has walked 2 batters this inning. Needs to make some sort of adjustment here and get this one in the zone. There it is, strike 1. So 2-1 now. No one out in the inning. Bases loaded for the Bigfoots. Macon over at first. Whitaker at second. Beatty at third. Here's the 2-1. Falls in there for strike 2. Good breaking ball there. Fell from the eyes down to the waist. So gets that called strike. Lefty up in the pen for the Hitoms. Here's the pitch. Bounces that one in the turf. So 3-2. One thing I found interesting as compared to playing turf versus dirt is that the turf actually, when the pitch is bounced, scuffs up the ball even more than the dirt. I found that out working with John Cox of Southern Miss. As this ball's flied out into center field, Sykes hustling back. He's under it. He's going to make the catch. Whitaker is going to move over to third as Beatty comes across the plate and scores. It is now an 11-4 ball game in favor of Boone. So, number 10, Blaine Lucas is going to toe the box. He's 0 for 1, walked his first time up, and grounded out to Folks over at first base, his first time facing Hernandez. He's the 7-hole hitter today. First and third as Macon takes off as that ball gets between the legs of Parsons, and another case of lapsadaisical attention and awareness as Hernandez was not covering home plate, and Whitaker able to come home. On that passed ball. So runner on second base. Hernandez kicks and deals. This ball's flied out into left field. It's going to curl foul. Lands just before the warning track down the left field line. So 1-1 the count. 1 out in the inning. However, Bigfoots have plated 2. It is 12-4. Hitoms do have 8 hits in the game. Bigfoots have 9, but Bigfoots have committed 2 errors to the Hitoms 1. As we take a short pause, I believe Blaine Lucas may have broke his bat as he gets a fresh one. Steps back into the box. Hernandez looks in and gets the sign. Macon takes a short lead over off of second base. Gustafson stands behind him. Hernandez kicks, deals. This ball's hit well out towards right field. Lucas watches it go. That is way out of here. And that's a 2-run shot, making this a 10-run ball game as the Bigfoots have jumped out to a lead of 14-4. So in the third inning, with only one out, Blaine Lucas makes it a 10-run ball game with a big fly over that right center field wall out by the scoreboard. So Samuel Weinstein now in the box. That one misses outside for ball one. Hernandez needs to rally himself here in order to somehow work out of this inning. That one comes in high. So 2-0 the count. Again, Bigfoots now have a 10-run lead, and it's only the third inning. That one's cut on and missed. Big swing from Weinstein at the dish. He's 1 for 1 today. He singled on that fly ball that landed just in front of the center fielder, Sykes. That one falls in there for strike 2. 2-2 now. Only one down in the inning. Hernandez kicks and deals. Weinstein able to check his swing. So full count now. Misses high for ball 4. So runner on first base is Weinstein as he walked off of a full count, and now Holmes is going to step into the box. He's hit a sac fly out to center field, scoring a run, and then singled to left in that 5-6 gap on the left side of the infield. Hernandez kicks, deals his first offering, is going to miss low, so ball 1. Again, comes set, delivers. This ball's flied out towards shallow left field. The third baseman, Perry, is going to make a squeeze halfway up the line, and that'll be the second out of the inning as Weinstein retreats back to first base. So Mike Young now in the box. He's walked twice and flew out to right his last trip to the dish. This one's hit well out towards center field, but it looks like Sykes is going to be able to get under it and retire the side, but not before the Bigfoots plate for that inning. As now our score is Hitoms 4, Bigfoots 14. We'll be back with some more baseball. So, back here for the start of the fourth inning, Yates Sykes will step into the dish to face Miller again. First offering to him is in there for strike one. Bigfoots currently lead the Hitoms 14-4. That one gets a piece of Sykes, or they're going to say it didn't hit him. Sykes a little frustrated with that call. But it will be a ball. So 1-1 the count now. That one's fouled away, so 1-2 quickly to Sykes. He's 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to first on one pitch, his first time up in the box. Miller at 78 pitches through 3 innings. Here's his next offering. Pulled foul out of play. Sykes, the left-handed batter. Again, Hitoms bats haven't necessarily been quiet. They've just issued so many free passes. That one's cut on a miss. Strike 3. That's another strikeout for Miller as Sykes is retired. And that'll bring the top of the order in Trey Bentley up to the dish. He singled up the middle last time. Hitoms bats haven't necessarily been quiet. They have 8 hits on the day, only committing 1 error, but it feels like they've sort of pitched themselves out of this game, issuing a large number of free passes, almost in the double digits. First pitch to Bentley, bounced in the dirt, ball 1. Hitoms have walked 9 batters today. All 14 runs have been earned. This one's hit up the middle right towards Miller. He's going to glove it and flip it over to Macon, and that'll retire Bentley. So the first 2 batters sat down in order. That'll bring up to the plate the Ole Miss Rebel, Tate Sermons. Sermons is 2 for 2 today. He singled to left field in the gap and plated the first run of the ball game and then hit an infield single his last time up. First offering to him misses off the plate, ball 1. If things held through the 7th inning, this would be the ball game at 14-4, but I would anticipate some more scoring by both sides of Sermons with an awkward swing there. Goes around, and that'll be strike 1. So 1-1 the count with 2 down already in the inning. Folks waiting on deck for the Hitoms. Now the pitch. Hit up the middle. Miller gloves it for a second time, and he's going to flip it over to Macon for the 1-3 putout to retire the side in order. Hitoms go down 1-2-3, and as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll be right back with some more baseball in Boone. Back in beautiful Boone, North Carolina. If you're just joining us, it's quite the blowout right now. It's 14-4. Bigfoots looking to extend that lead even more. They plated 10 runs in the first inning, 4 in the third. Hernandez back out again for another inning of work. First offering bounced before the plate for ball 1. He's looked rather shaky out there after last inning. He was able to get out of it after giving up that big 2-run homer, which made it a 10-run ball game. He's issued 3 free passes. Second offering misses high. That'll be ball 2. Bigfoots have taken a certainly patient approach here, watching everything until they see a strike, which can rather fluster a pitcher like Hernandez, who likes to live on the edges, and if he's not getting the calls, it's going to be trouble. That one's, though, is right down the middle. That'll be strike 1. So Hernandez working on a 2-1 count to Basler, who's 1 for 2 today. Next offering hit out towards the second baseman, Mooney. He fields it on the hop, flips it over to Folks, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So a good defensive play there by Mooney to back up and take that off the hop rather than charging and risking an error. That'll bring up Beatty, who is 2 for 2 today. He's doubled to left, singled to left, and walked his last trip to the dish. Scored all 3 times, he has reached base. Hernandez's first offering, check swing foul. So strike 1. Hernandez trying to put something more over the dish. He needs more swings, just needs the ball in play. You got to trust the defense. They've been solid thus far. 1 error. Breaking ball misses high. Ball 1, that'll even it up at 1 apiece. Still a big 10-run ball game. 8 hits by the Hitoms. Still not much to show for it. Next pitch misses low and inside. Ball 2, working behind again as Hernandez. 1 strike on Beatty. Hernandez is more of a pitch-to-contact type of pitcher. Is that one caught a piece of Beatty, it would appear, as the umpire is going to issue him first base on a hit by pitch. Maybe got the tag of his jersey there. So Davin Whitaker, who's had quite the day at the dish today, he singled his first time up and has doubled his last 2 times, and his last trip was a ground rule double to dead center that got over the head of Sykes, who is backed up now. So Beatty takes a lead from first. First offering is a breaking ball, falls in there for strike 1. Whitaker again out of Davie County High School. He plays at ECU now. Hernandez kicks and delivers, pulled foul down the first baseline. Someone from the Hitoms bullpen is going to have to come over and corral it. Taking a quick pause as we wait for them to get back into the pen. So Whitaker up. Hernandez looking for something on the ground to maybe get 2 here, trying to get out of an inning, hold the game at 10 runs with a chance to maybe come back. There's still plenty of time for some baseball. Whitaker pushes this one foul out of play down the left field line. Whitaker, the left-handed batter, facing Hernandez, the righty. Hernandez kicks, fires, bounces this one in the dirt. Parson able to cover it up, and that'll hold Beatty at first base. But that'll make it a 1-2 count now. Again, Whitaker has been a rather dangerous hitter today. He has 3 hits on the day. Smoked one out to center field. This one's hit real well down into right field. Will it get over? No, it's off the wall. Beatty hustles around second, heading for third. He's going to be waved home. The throw to third, not in time. Whitaker is going to have himself a sliding triple, and that'll be an RBI as well, as Beatty is able to come home. Interesting play there by Mooney at second base, throwing to third, where the play was going to be far closer than a throw to the plate. Not the greatest awareness of play there, but Whitaker stays hot. Hernandez delivers his first offering. That one misses inside. It is now Macon at the dish. This ball's hit well out towards center field. Sykes hustling back. He's going to get under it, but that's going to be deep enough there to score Whitaker, and that'll make it a 16-4 ball game. So sac fly there for Macon. And that'll bring to the plate Bradley Garner. He goes to the Virginia Military Institute. He's 0 for 1 today. He's walked, struck out looking, and had a sac fly to the center fielder Sykes the previous trip to the plate. 11 hits now for the Bigfoots, and it's a 16-4 ball game. Hernandez bounces his first offering in there for ball 1. Big blowout so far, but it is baseball, so if Bigfoots can plate 10, maybe in small chance, but they could maybe plate 10 themselves. Next offering is high. It's another ball. So 2-0 now, 2 down in the inning, no one on now. Cut on, foul tipped into the mitt. 2-1, 2 outs. Fans here cheer. Appears every time a strike is thrown by a Hitoms pitcher. They have walked 9 batters this game, and we're only in the 4th inning. Cut on and miss, strike 2. So 2-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Still, Bigfoot's plated 2 this inning. Hernandez comes set, looks in, kicks, fires, misses inside. That'll make it a full count. Garner could be the 10th walk issued of the game by Hitoms pitching. 6 of those have been charged to the starter today, Thomas Hester, the high schooler. Here's the pitch. Misses high, ball 4, and that's the 10th walk issued by Hitoms pitching. So a 2-out base runner now for the Bigfoots, as Blaine Lucas is going to tow the dish. First offering from Hernandez to Lucas is outside. 1-0 again. It feels like strike zone is slipping more and more away with each pitch. Hernandez kicks, delivers. This one's popped foul and out of play, so that'll even up the count at 1 apiece. Again, it's been pretty good hitting out of the Bigfoots. Beatty has scored 4 runs today for him. This one's hit under the diving glove of the second baseman Mooney, and that'll be another base knock for the Bigfoots, as Blaine Lucas has his 2nd hit of the day. Samuel Weinstein from App State, right here in Boone, North Carolina, which we are on the campus on, will step in the box. He's 1 for 1 today. He's walked twice and singled in center his 2nd time up. Previous trip was a walk issued by Hernandez, who's still out there. This one's hit off the foot of Hernandez, but it's going to pop over to Mooney, and Mooney's going to flip it over to Folks at first base, and that'll be the inning. Hernandez appears to be okay. So after 4, our score is Hitoms 4, Bigfoots 16. looks like the High Toms are signaling for the lefty to go ahead and come in. Hernandez hopefully is okay. He took that line drive hard off the foot. That'll be scored as a 1-4-3 putout. So High Toms look to get some back here in the top of the fifth. Thank you for tuning in. I'm apologizing that it's a blowout currently. Hello to Marilyn watching back in Thomasville and anybody else listening in, the Bennett family. Thank you so much. And Mom and Dad, hi. I was told I needed to say that at some point today. So we'll be back here with some more baseball as the High Toms look to put a few more across the board with folks coming up at the dish. So back here in Boone for the start of the fifth inning. Up to the plate is Josh Folks. He fouls away the first offering. I believe Miller is still out there for the Bigfoots. Next pitch, cut on and miss. Big swing by Folks, and he's down 0-2 quickly. Excuse me, Carter Tice on the mound. That one misses high. That'll be ball one. Next offering, misses high, ball two. So 2-2 count now to Folks, who's had a great day yesterday in both games. He's the only High Tom who played consecutive games in the doubleheader yesterday. He popped out to short his first time up and flied out to center field. Next pitch, bounced in the dirt, so full count worked by Folks. Kicks, delivers, misses outside, so Folks able to work a full count walk. Now Rob Shore will finally head over to the third base coaching box, and Noah Corliss will step up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. He had an RBI single into the gap back in the first inning, plating the first run, which was then followed by the Bigfoots plating 10 in the bottom frame. That one's in there for strike one to Corliss. Corliss struck out swinging his last time up on an awkward swing. Ties, kicks, and delivers. Misses upstairs, so 1-1 now the count. Next pitch, fouled away by Corliss. So Tice comes set as Folks takes a small lead off of first base, 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one popped out real early. So 2-2 now. Still nobody out. Corliss only the second batter of this fifth inning, as the Bigfoots currently hold a 12-run lead, 16-4 over the Hitoms. Next pitch, Corliss puts this one into shallow right. Garner able to walk over and make an easy catch, and that'll be the first out of the inning as Corliss is retired. So J.J. Parsons now stepping into the box for the Hitoms. He's 1 for 2 today. He singled his last trip up into center field. Folks again about 2 steps off the bag at first. Parsons pops this one sky high. It is playable for the shortstop Dazzler. He's going to walk over and put the squeeze on it. 2 down now off of 2 pitches and 2 fly balls. So the shortstop today, Max Gustafson, is going to step into the box. 2 outs. Folks stands over at first base, nowhere off, not even close to being off the bag. First offering in there for a ball. Next pitch is in there. Fly deep out into the gap. That one's towards the wall. It's going to get down. Gustafson hustling around to second. Folks being waved home, and that'll be an RBI double as the Hitoms have now scored 5 this game. Still, they trail by 11 runs. It is now 16-5. Good piece of hitting, nonetheless, by the shortstop Max Gustafson, trying to claw their way back into this and make it a little more interesting. So Max Perry, who homered his first trip up to the plate, grounded into a fielder's choice his last time up, has Gustafson standing over at second base with 2 out, facing Tice for the first time this inning. First offering misses high. That'll be ball 1. Tice comes set. Kicks and delivers. Hits the outside corner. That'll be strike 1 now. So 1-1 the count. 2 down. Runner on second. 11-run ball game. Hitoms are going to be back at home tomorrow at, I believe, 5 o'clock is game time. Next pitch misses high for ball 2. And then they take a trip to Macon, Georgia, on Monday. Connor Tice comes set, delivers, fouled away at the plate by Perry. That'll make it a 2-2 count. Pitch hit out towards the shortstop. He's going to be able to gather that one up and retire the side as Max Perry goes down 6-3. So after 4.5 complete, our score is Bigfoots 16, Hitoms 5. Again, we'll be back with some more baseball. Back here in beautiful Boone, North Carolina, getting set to start the bottom of the fifth. If you're just tuning in, our score is currently 16-5. Bigfoots on top, but the lefty, Terry Kaler, is going to take the mound for the Hitoms. Kaler has made a fair amount of appearances this year. Played 6 games, 7 2/3. He's given up 8 earned runs in that, walked 13 and struck out 9 for a 9.39 ERA. Opponents are batting .219 against him, and he has a 2.610 whip. First pitch is way outside, and that one wasn't even attempted to be caught by the catcher, J.J. Parsons. That missed the left-handed batter's box as Holmes is in the box now. Second pitch is fouled off. That'll even it up at 1-1. Kaler comes set. Kicks, deals, cut on and miss. Got the breaking ball to land there. Seems to have dialed it in considerably, especially when you think about how far outside that first pitch really was. Looking just to throw strikes, have him put it in play. That one misses way outside again, so 2-2. I've opened up the window here in the press box to let some air in as it's gotten rather warm. So 2-2 now to Holmes in the box. He's the 9-hole hitter, 1 for 2 today. Kaler kicks, fires. This one's hit well out into left field, and Sermons is going to turn and watch it go into the trees. Holmes has himself a home run, and they get back the one they gave up. It is now 17-5. Bigfoots on top as the first batter Kaler has faced tonight has sent one out of the ballpark. So Mike Young now going to step in the box to face Kaler. Young has walked twice as the first pitch misses high, and he's flown out to right and center. He's plated 2 runs in this game. 1-0 now to him. That one misses upstairs again, so a quick 2-0 count work to Young. Leadoff hitter, so top of the order again for the Bigfoots. Next offering, hit up the middle. That'll be fielded by Gustafson. He's going to fire it over a couple hops. Folks scoops it up. Never mind, it got under his glove as he let it loose on his swipe. So that'll be a error charge to the shortstop Gustafson for the second one of the game committed by the Hitoms.
Now batting, number 4 from the University of Missouri, Peyton Basler.
So Peyton Basler is 1 for 3 today. He singled his first time up and has been retired 3 consecutive times. Still a good bat. He puts the ball in play a considerable amount as this one's pulled foul down the left field line. He's a right-handed hitter. Again, Kaler, the southpaw, is on the mound with Young at first base. So Kaler gets the sign, takes a look over at Young at first, kicks, delivers in there on the outside part of the plate. That'll be strike 1. So 0-2 the count, as he fouled off that first pitch. Young again reaching on an error committed by the shortstop, and earlier this inning, Basler homered. Next pitch is hit sharply out towards center field. That's going to get down in front of Sykes. It takes a weird hop and gets by him. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Basler hustling around second. He's going to go to third, and Young is able to score easily. The spin in the turf is a real phenomenon, as that ball just jumped away from Sykes with some weird draw spin on it, and turns over and gives him a triple. I don't believe we can charge that as an error.
Up to bat for the Bigfoots, number 18 from St. Louis University, Chase Beatty.
Got by Sykes. Chase Beatty now in the box. He's 2 for 2 today. Doubled to left and singled to left his first 2 trips, and has been walked and hit by pitch his last 2. Kaler has a runner on third, nobody out. Fires in there. That one's fouled away. That'll be strike 1. Kaler now working. Here's the 0-1. That one misses outside. So evens it up at 1 apiece. Again, nobody out. Our score is currently 18-5 in favor of Boone. 15 hits by them, 9 by the Hitoms. Kaler steps off to wipe his nose. We'll have a little bit of a pause. Again, Basler over at third base. This ball's hit softly on the ground, but it's going to dribble foul. The third base coach will pick that up and flip it into the dugout. Now 2 strikes on Beatty, the 3-hole hitter today. Again, he's followed by the red-hot Davin Whitaker. He's 4 for 4 today. Kaler comes set, kicks, fires, inside, ball 2. Kaler delivers again, fouled away by Beatty at the plate. Kaler still has not recorded an out yet. We have a 2-2 count with Basler at third. Previously, first batter of the inning hit a home run sharply and deep into those trees way beyond the left field wall. Again, we're here in beautiful Boone, North Carolina. Great little town nestled in the mountains. That one misses low again, so full count. Fans getting on Kaler a little bit here. Here's the pitch. Misses inside, and that'll be a full count walk issued to Beatty. And that'll bring to the plate the ever so dangerous Davin Whitaker. Again, Whitaker 4 for 4, singled his first time up, doubled the following 2, and tripled on a fly ball out into the right field corner. First pitch breaking ball misses inside, didn't get on the side of it enough. Tried the slider. It's likely going to favor the off-speed pitch here, especially the way Whitaker's been pounding the fastball tonight as he checks over at Beatty at first. And no advance by either Beatty or Basler. Again, first and third, nobody out. And Hitoms trailing by 13. Normal depth as they don't see much reason to continue pressing. This one pushed foul by Whitaker at the plate. And that'll be 1-1. Again, nobody out and an 18-5 ball game. Kaler has thrown 20 pitches, has, again, yet to record an out. Fouled off again by Whitaker. That'll make it 1-2. So Kaler working ahead here, trying to retire his first batter. Kaler comes set, kicks, delivers. Flied out down the left field line. Foul. Might have gotten out of here. I believe he's just a home run shy of the cycle. Again, Whitaker goes to East Carolina University out in Greenville. Kaler comes set, kicks, deals. That one's in the dirt. Beatty going to attempt to advance, and he's going to be in there easily with a stand-up stolen base, but I believe we're going to score that as defensive indifference. No throw was made. 1-2 the count. Cut on and miss, strike 3, and that's the first out of the inning. Still, the Bigfoots have runners on second and third, so they're still threatening with Macon coming up to the plate. He's walked twice, has a sac fly, and singled to Gustafson over at shortstop.
Number 14 from the University of Missouri, Tyler Macon.
Kaler kicks and deals his first offering to Macon. Misses low and inside, so again, working behind. Seems to be the story of the pitching today. Hitoms have walked a considerable amount of batters, 11 today, as this ball's hit on the ground over towards the shortstop, Gustafson. He's going to pick it up and flip it over to first. He'll get there in time, so second out, but that still allows Basler to come across the plate. It's now a 14-run ball game at 19-5.
Now up to bat, number 13 from the Virginia Military Institute, Bradley Garner.
So the VMI student, Bradley Garner, now steps into the box. He has a sac fly and a strikeout and 2 walks today, his 5th trip to the dish. Bigfoot's known for not using pinch hitting. That ball misses outside. Beatty stands over at third base. Again, 14-run ball game here, 19-5 here in the 5th inning. Bigfoots have been shut out only in the second. Next offering falls for strike 1. Kaler got that breaking ball to land. But 5 runs for the Hitoms through 5 is usually a pretty good number, but this ball's hit out into right field, and that's going to score another run. So Garner is going to have himself an RBI single as Bentley tosses that one into the cutoff man, Mooney. So typically 5 runs through 5 innings is not a bad number at all, but when your opponent has now scored 20, really doesn't look like much. So Garner takes a lead off of first. Kaler's first pitch is hit on the ground under the glove of Josh Folks at first base, and that's going to roll all the way into the corner. Garner heading around to third, and Blaine Lucas is going to have himself a stand-up double. No error charged on the play as Folks, his weight was moving towards the mound, but the ball was hit right down the line and just got under his stretched glove.
Now batting for the Bigfoots, number 26 from Appalachian State, Samuel Weinstein.
Samuel Weinstein from App State here in Boone, playing at his college home field, and steps into the box to face Kaler. 2 outs in the inning, runners on second and third. First offering misses, ball 1. Kaler has struck out 1 and walked 1. He's allowed 4 runs this inning, only 1 of them having been earned. Next pitch in their first strike. He's thrown 13 balls to 18 strikes, so not a terrible ratio. 1-1 the count now. Here's the pitch. That misses way inside, and that's going to get behind the catcher, but third base coach is going to hold Garner at third, I believe, out of respect, as they're up 15 runs here in the 5th inning. So, big blowout here in Boone today. 17 hits by the Bigfoots. They've scored 20, which is astronomical. Next offering misses low, so that'll make it a 3-1 count now to Weinstein. Kaler, again, the lefty on the mound. High Toms having extended a lot of their pitching today. Kaler kicks, deals, bounces this one. That'll be a 5-pitch walk, and the bases are now loaded for Holmes, who already homered this inning. Looking for maybe another.
Now batting for the Bigfoots, number 30 from Richard Bland College, Miles Holmes.
Kaler a little more cautious this time around with Holmes at the plate. He continues to work from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Falls in there for strike 1. 2 down in the inning. Weinstein at first. Lucas at second. Gardner stands at third. High Toms infield playing back, just trying to keep the ball in front of them and get that force out any base. Here's the next pitch. That one misses upstairs. That'll be ball 1. So 1-1 the count with 2 down. As I mentioned, the Boone Bigfoots have batted around this inning. As Holmes looks to extend the score as another pitch misses upstairs and outside. So it's now 2-1. Kaler trying to refocus here and just work out of this inning. Here's the pitch. Dribbled foul down the left field line. So that'll make it 2-2. Kaler just looking to get out of this inning. I expect him to leave something towards the middle of the plate. Just need a strike. Here's the pitch. Bounces this one inside, so full count again. You want to do anything but walk in yet another run. Fans getting on Kaler. Here's the pitch. Dribbled foul as it was fought off at the plate by Holmes. Kaler kicks and delivers. Fouled off again by Holmes, so this will be yet another pitch of this at-bat. It is still a full count with the bases loaded, and 2 down in the inning in a 20-5 ball game. Looking around at our scoreboard, the Macon Bacon defeated the Ashboro Zookeepers today by a score of 21-2 in 7 innings. Greenville Yard Gnomes dropped it to the Holly Springs Salamanders as another pitch is fouled off by Holmes. Greenville Yard Gnomes lost 6-0. In the top of the 5th, the Tri-City Chili Peppers lead over the Peninsula Pilots 7-4. The Moorhead City Marlins are leading the Wilmington Sharks in Wilmington by a score of 5-0. And down in Lexington County, the game is delayed where the Florence Flamingos lead 3-2. And Kaler misses that one inside, and he'll walk in another run. It is now 21-5. 12th walk issued by the High Toms.
Now batting for the Bigfoots, number 15 from the University of South Alabama, Mike.
The Wilson Toms defeated the Coastal Coconuts 11-3. Martinsville is trailing the Forest City Owls 6-8 in the bottom of the 6th. Something has gone on here. I missed it as I was looking at my scoreboard. A little confusion on the field. I'll get some word from the members of the Bigfoot staff and see if I can get a ruling.
Eyes on left field. It's time for the one and only Bigfoots Speed Chase. All they have to do is tap. Sounds easy, right? But don't be fooled. Get the weed in the company dog town for 7 years now. He's got more tricks than topping down a hot dog stand. Would you like to take over, Alyssa?
Okay, ready to 5 seconds start, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Look out, players, running, kids, running, Danny, running, running! Oh, let's get it up, oh, God!
Start 25. Pearl River Community College. Connor is Heights.
Figure out what it is.
Yeah, we sent somebody down.
Thank you.
Now look at that. Number 9 from North Carolina, Tyler Parks.
So we still don't really know what happened. The kind people here in the booth will let me know what the ruling is. Not entirely sure, as the first pitch to Parks is fouled off. He's a UNC student. Ty's still out there on the mound. Next pitch in there misses, so that'll be fouled away again. So 1-2. Tice shakes off the sign. Nods at this one, comes set, kicks, deals. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. And that'll retire Mooney.
Number 1, Western Carolina, Yates Sykes.
So Yates Sykes, the catamount out of Western Carolina University, will step up to the dish. He's 0 for 2 today. First offering to him, right down the middle, strike 1. Tice comes set, kicks, deals. Sykes flies this one out to shallow right field, hustling on his Gardner. He's going to put the squeeze on it, and that'll be 2 up, 2 down for the Hitoms.
Now batting for the Hitoms, number 16 from NC State, Trey Bentley.
So Trey Bentley now stepping in the box. He's the top of the order. He's 1 for 3 today. First pitch to him is fought off foul. So, again, top of the 6th, 2 down already. 21-5. Bigfoots on top. They'll get another crack at the plate to see if they can plate some more runs in the bottom frame of this. This one's hit on the ground over towards Macon at first. He's going to take it himself for the 3 unassisted. Hitoms go 1-2-3 in the inning. So, quick inning there, and that'll be the end of the top of the 6th. We'll be back with the bottom. So back here for the start of the bottom of the sixth, Noah Corliss out on the mound. Is this first pitch is dribbled down the line. It'll curl foul, but Corliss able to split some lumber on the first offering. Corliss, typically a catcher today, he's playing DH, has now been moved on to the mound, so his bat will stay in the lineup. What impressive feat by him to break a bat on one pitch. So going back to the end of the bottom of the fifth, what happened was coming home, I believe it was Lucas, did not touch the plate. So they got an out there as Corliss has now worked himself into a 2-1 count. Corliss has made one relief appearance this year as that one misses for ball 3. He allowed 2 hits, struck out 1, and didn't allow any runs. Again, that one's cut on and missed, so strike 2, full count. He's not a pitcher, but back in Little League, he had a pretty nice curveball because no one else could throw one. Fires this one in there, sky high over the second baseman, Mooney. He's going to get under this, put the squeeze on it, and 1 up, 1 down for Corliss.
Now up for the Bigfoots, number 4 from the University of Missouri, Peyton Bassler.
Bassler up now. Corliss tries the ethos and misses. Next offering, sidearms it, misses up high, so 2-0. Works from the windup on this one. Fires it in there, inside, almost got a piece of the batter. It's Bassler up there. Next pitch in there for a strike. Corliss, a little bit of words. Talking to the batter, telling him to just swing. Cut on and missed. Says doors as he blows that one by. A little bit of laughter. Now he's going to go from the stretch. Likes the sign. Bounces. Comes set. Kicks. Deals. Fouled away. Corliss now going from the windup. Throws the ethos, misses way outside, and then it'll be ball 4. Now Davin Whitaker will step into the box. Or, excuse me. It'll be Beatty up in the box.
Now batting for the Bigfoots, number 18 from St. Louis University, Chase Beatty.
Corliss comes set, deals, misses upstairs for ball 1. Again, talking to the batter, letting him know that he's typically a catcher. Still, he's kind of moving that ball in there fairly well. Next pitch hits him in the backside, so that'll make it first and second with Bassler on second, Beatty at first. And that'll bring up Davin Whitaker, who is 4 for 5 today, a home run shy of the cycle. Corliss comes set, kicks, deals. Whitaker fights this one off his hands, foul out of play. Corliss acting like a pitcher. Gets the sign. Comes set. Deals. This one goes by the catcher, but no advance out of sympathy by the runners. Again, Bigfoots lead this one by 15, 20-5. They have 17 hits. Almost had 21, but coming home, Lucas did not touch the plate. That one misses high, so it's 2-1 now. One down in the inning, looking for a double play ball. Misses outside, so ball 3, 3-1. Whitaker again. Fans want him to swing for the fences. Hits this one on the ground. Mooney not able to get over in time, and that's going to dribble out towards Bentley in right field. And Whitaker has himself yet another base hit. That's his 5th of the night. That'll bring Tyler Macon out of Missouri to the plate with the bases loaded, facing Corliss, working from the windup. Deals. Flied out towards right field. Bentley under it. Puts the squeeze on it. No advance from the runners, and that'll be 2 down in the inning. So Bradley Garner now going to step into the box. He goes to VMI. Again, 20-5 is our score. Corliss deals an ephus. This one's floated out towards Folks. He's hustling over, and that'll be dropped in play right by the warning track. Folks took an awkward angle and tried to arch his back enough to be able to corral that one, but it falls out of his glove. So no third out, and it's now 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Ephus again. Big swing and a miss there. Fino Corliss, he's going to try and throw one as hard as he can. So he shakes his head. Now does a weird windup. Fires it in there. This one's dribbled out. It's going to be foul. Again, Corliss out on the mound. He is a catcher, though he has a 0 ERA on the season with only 1 inning pitched. 0-2. Pauses for a second. Winds up. Deals. Hit out sharply towards center field. That's going to get down in front of Sykes, and another run will come home.
Up to bat for the Bigfoots. Number 10 from San Jack, Blaine Lucas.
Blaine Lucas now steps in the box out of San Jack Community College. It's the pitch from Corliss. Hit over towards the shortstop, Gustafson. He's going to flip it over to Mooney at second base, and that'll be the last out of the inning. Hitoms trail by 16 here. Corliss gives up his first run of the season, and we get set to take one more crack at this Bigfoot pitching. Excuse me. I'll be right back with some more ball.
Up to bat, number 3 from Ole Miss, Tate Sermons.
So Tate Sermons is going to step into the box for the Hitoms. They trail 21-5 here in the top of the 7th. First pitch misses for a ball. They managed to score 6 runs here. We'll play another inning of ball. That one's bounced in the dirt. Ball 2. Sermons has had a pretty good day at the plate. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles, 1 an infield hit to the shortstop. This ball's flied out into right field, but it will be playable for Gardner, we believe, or it's going to creep out. He's going to make it a spectacular grab up by the wall. Took a bad angle, leaned over himself, and caught it behind his head. So, 1 down now, 2 to go for the Hitoms. Josh Folks takes a slow walk to the plate.
Up to bat, number 24 from North Greenville, Josh Folks.
He currently attends North Greenville. First offering in there, strike 1. So 1 down, again, a 21-5 ball game. Again, Bigfoots plated 10 in the first inning after Noah Corliss knocked in the first run of the game in the top frame. Top half of the frame. That one's fouled off, so 0-2 quickly to Folks. Here's the pitch. That one hits him in the back. So, runner on first base now for Corliss, who is now the pitcher for the Hitoms. See if he can get something going with his bat. He's 1 for 3 today. He's singled back in the first inning, as I mentioned. Knocked in an RBI and struck out swinging and flew out to right his previous at-bat. Again, not much of a ball game today as they are trailing 21-5. Hitoms bat boy getting some love from the Boone fans. This one's hit on the ground. Over towards the shortstop. 6-4-3 double play as it's dug out at first base by Macon. That'll be the ball game. Our final score will be 21-5. Bigfoots had 18 hits in the game to the Hitoms 8. 2 errors committed by each team. But again, final score, High Point, Thomasville Hitoms 5, Boone Bigfoots 21. So we'll be back in action tomorrow on Sunday at Finch Field in Thomasville. And then on Monday, make the trip down to Macon, where they will take on the Macon Bacon, who just won a big one, 21-2 over the Ashboro Zookeepers. I'm Connor Riley. Thank you for tuning in here from beautiful Boone, North Carolina. Tomorrow, the broadcast will be on Flow Sports, as it is a home game, and Austin McConnell and Will Lohman will have the call on that one. Thank you, take care, and good night.